Hi! Hello! Oh, I forgot to set up the stream how I wanted to. Ignore that. Hold on. I'm gonna fix this. I pre-prepared the sketch. If you couldn't tell, I made it. It took like 2.5 hours because I was like really anxiously anticipating debut and I didn't know what to do to calm myself down, so I was like, I might as well come prepared because I didn't know how long the sketch was gonna take. Granted, rendering might take anywhere from like 30 minutes to 2 hours, so I thought it would be easier to prepare my sketch. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hi, welcome. I'm so sorry if the audio is bad. I had to take off my headphones because the background music on loop was driving me crazy. Which is not bad for one stream, but this stream right now, this drawing stream that you're watching, is a nod to the first time I ever solo streamed. Even pre-debut, I had collabed before, but the first time I ever streamed all by myself was a 5-hour drawing stream. It was a tutorial for how to cut live 2D art in real time for rigging, and it was 5 hours, and it was my first stream, and I forgot to download it. So all of that wisdom from like 2021 me is gone. Hours of tutorial content gone. But so for you guys with the rubber rats copy pasta. It's 3 of you. I know 3 of you individually are obsessed with that copy pasta, and now you're all in the same room, and it's terrifying. Yes, Jack of Hearts, you were there. You were like there the whole 5 hours. That was incredible. Mwah, I love you for that. I lost all of that, but so for those of you who don't know, I just debuted over on YouTube, and this is my after party to say goodbye to Twitch, because I will no longer be streaming here. This is my goodbye, and I thought it would be fitting if it was a drawing stream, just like how my first ever solo stream was a drawing stream. And this is a little bit different. It's not live 2D art, but I'm not sure how clear this is based on the quick... I was going really fast during my debut because I was nervous, but these are all the different iterations from my past. Excuse me. This is 2021 me. I'm going to make it stick out. This is me, 2020. This was the first ever iteration. This was the second iteration in 2021. This was my alternate outfit, and this is me now. So I thought it would be really cute to do a little chibi drawing of them hugging. I thought that would be fun for a little celebratory stream. And it's going to be pretty chill. Probably just, I want the lines to be really fat, really thick. No, not too much. This is too thick. How's this? That's good. I want this to be just kind of chill. Maybe if any of you guys like drawing, you can listen to this in the background while drawing. I forgot how poorly my computer takes, though, to streaming drawing. Like, not even, like, on Twitch, it was pretty rough, my first solo stream when I did the 5 hours. I had to stop explicitly because my computer couldn't handle it. But even just, like, on Discord, when I stream it to my friends, my computer cannot handle streaming my drawing program, which is really funny because it handles live 2D better, which is much more resource heavy. But that's okay. That's okay. I accept my fate. I'll just stop whenever my computer gets too tired. Or whenever it's done. I would love it if my computer could hold on until I finished drawing, but it might not be able to, and that's okay. Yeah, or, I don't know. I don't remember when the copy pasta was from, because I remember, like, in early 2022, someone said it to me, and it was like a funny thing that they said. But now everyone on the internet says it all the time, and it's deeply concerning. I saw like a TikTok from someone who's like, I'm a camp counselor and I want you guys to know that the rubber rats thing going on from the campers is driving me actually insane. And I've been thinking about that counselor for so long, because I feel so bad it was a sleepaway camp for them. I, during the summer, am a day camp counselor, and it is the hardest job I've ever done out of like 5-6 different kinds of jobs I've done. Being a camp counselor is by far the most difficult, most stressful one that I've had. So I can't imagine being a sleepaway camp counselor and having to deal with the kids exclusively saying, "Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. The rats... You see how this would get very disturbing if you were a sleepaway camp counselor? But yeah, this is just a huge celebration for all of the hours that I put into being a VTuber that are finally coming to fruition, so to speak. And this is not my usual art style. I don't know why I went with this, I just thought it would look cute, so I hope it's entertaining. But I also hope that anyone who wants to use this as background noise right now has something cool to listen to while they draw or do chores or whatever. I don't shut up, I'm sorry. I remember when I started streaming, like when I got into it, especially that first one, when I knew it was gonna be long. Like I didn't just jump into a stream and then got surprised that it was 5 hours. Granted, I expected it to be closer to 2 or 3, but just the process, I ended up staying on for 5 hours. But I knew it was gonna be long and I was willing to accept whatever length it may be. I thought it was gonna be so difficult to keep speaking on stream, but it actually ended up being really therapeutic, and very easy to manage. Like, I know it doesn't come naturally to many people, but I am, an ambivert. I need to talk to people, even though it gets me so drained. Like, between this stream, I was literally, like, panting for breath, like, I can't. I was so anxious. And that's a good thing. It's okay. It's fun. It's part of the experience. But, like, I'm an ambivert, so I have a lot to say, and I love talking, and I love telling people silly things. I just, socializing is important to me, even though it makes me very, very tired. And talking for me, even though it can be difficult and it can get confusing, like, once I start, I don't stop. I have an endless stream of consciousness all the time. But it's exciting, just that right now, it's just, like, insane. Looking back right now. I got so used to being in the preparation stage, making friends on Twitter, meeting new VTubers, even starting TikTok. It was something new, but it was like familiar because I'd done it before with Twitter. And it wasn't so bad. But looking at my actual debut, it's like, this is it, you know? I spent all this time perfecting a skill, learning how to manage it by myself, and now I have to face the what do I call it? The outcome of my efforts, you know? And it's a good thing. It's such a good thing. It's such a good and refreshing feeling. But it is so scary. I likened it like 30 minutes before the stream started. I got ready really early because I didn't want to get caught unawares. Getting ready for stream for me usually takes a while because I'm anxious and I'm putting things together. I started getting ready at 3, and for me the stream is at 5. So by like 4:30 I was done, and I was just sitting there drowning in my own anxiety. So I left for a minute and I went and I found my mom, and I was talking with her, and I told her that it felt like opening night of a musical. Except I've been rehearsing my lines for 2.5 years. So, what's the change of pace now that it's done, and now that it's just a part of my life? Like, what do I have to prepare for now? And it's just, the answer to me is just next stream. Just prepare for next stream. And that is so scary to me. That is so scary. But what I've learned is that you have to just jump into it and it gets easier. Going along with my musical theater analogy, just because if you don't know musical theaters, like that's like my one thing. Besides VTubing, it's my biggest passion. Well, like, VTubing is like my secondary passion. Musical theater has always had my heart. Although VTubing is a very close second, very much also stealing my heart. In musical theater, for me, every single time I go on stage, I'm anxious again. I'm always nervous before a performance. But the second I get on stage and the lines come back to me and I'm in the scene again, I forget that there's an audience to worry about. And it's just about getting to the next scene. It's about delivering your lines the exact way that you've rehearsed for months. And it just makes sense to me. Like, in my brain it works. And I think that's what streaming is like. Now I've gotten to opening night now. I just need to keep going through my lines, because I know what I'm doing. I've put in a lot of time and effort. There's a lot to think about. Oh no! Oh no! My chat was scrolled so far up, I thought everyone abandoned me. I didn't realize chat was still going. I'm so sorry. Literally during debut, I was like, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry I couldn't read chat. I was very distracted, but I won't be distracted during the drawing stream. Don't worry. I lied. I'm just an idiot and I didn't scroll down, so I didn't see that you guys were actually chatting. I am so sorry. I'm so stupid. Yeah, I'm all like, I know my lines now. I just have to keep practicing and I just have to like perform now. I'm in the home stretch, guys. I know what I'm doing. No, I'm stupid as heck. Okay, that was a hiccup. I promise I'm not usually that dumb. Actually, I am usually that dumb, but I could be doing better. And, you know, anyways, we're going to move on from that. Multitasking is pretty difficult. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Well, like, I know what I'm doing. I can't even joke about not knowing what I'm doing, because I have been preparing for this for a very long time. But, I got so confused in that moment. But also, thank you so much. Thank you so much for, saying my art has improved. I'm so glad you think so. This is the product of a whole lot of practicing even when I hated drawing. You just gotta keep going. Because well, obviously if you're like burnt out, you need to take a break. That's the only way you can move forward and keep improving. But like for me, even when I hated drawing, I was going to lose how do I say it? I felt like if I stopped at any one point trying to improve, then everything I had done up to that point to improve for younger me who said, I love drawing, I'm just bad at it, but I can keep drawing for fun. Like, I would be letting down that middle schooler who drew the worst anime art. And kept telling everyone, my art sucks, but I'll do it for fun. And now my art's better, and I don't like drawing anymore. But it's an ode to the past. It's an ode to the me that put in everything for drawing. It's an ode to the usefulness of art in this world and the way that it deserves to be appreciated. So, I think art is important. Even when I start to hate it. Someday I'll love it again. I just need to keep trying. Exactly. Fake it till you make it. That's how I got here. I was always like fishing for compliments when I would complain about being, in my opinion, like not good at drawing. I was totally just hoping someone would be like, no, you're so good at drawing. No, you have to fake it for yourself until you make it. You write your own destiny. You write your improvement with the effort you put in. It's about what you can give to the table, you know? Middle school us was funky people. For context, your local dad friend and I have been friends since 2nd grade, and we've seen each other through the ugliest middle school phases. Oh no! You guys! My my parents watched my debut because they helped me through a lot of my preparing for debut. So I felt like it's only fair. Like, I want them to see where they helped me get. But my mom just sent pictures of my, like, screenshots from my debut to the family group chat. So sad. No more details on how that's going, by the way. I'm just informing you all that I'm going to explode in a few minutes. As soon as my brothers see what happens, they're gonna make so much fun of me. I was gonna be one of those VTubers who's, like, completely ambiguous about it to their family. Like, my parents can know, but my brothers are gonna make so much fun of me. I didn't want them to know, but now they know. I'm just gonna hope none of them know what it is. I'm gonna really hope none of my brothers know what a VTuber is. I know one of them does, because I was fishing. I asked him, so, what are your thoughts on VTubers? And he just goes, that's weird, man. That stuff is weird. So, really not excited for what's gonna happen. But my mom, it's because she's proud of me. So, I accept this fate. It's because she wanted to brag. If you hear, Mom, I love you. I don't know how you got to the Twitch one, though, because I didn't send you a link to that one. Because it wasn't important. This one's not important. This is background noise for those of you who like that. But, thank you. I love you. And I respect your decision. Thank you for being proud of me. Thank you for helping me. I love you, Mama. What is it? What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, okay, story time. I brought up Twitter earlier, and it made me want to tell the story of how my public identity started. And I'm really thankful for this, because, so, one thing that you need to be told if you're going to get into content creation, you need to be told to just start. Like, you are never going to be ready, so stop waiting to be ready. Just jump in, start releasing publicly. Do it publicly, even if your art is terrible. Release that comic, release your artwork, even if you're not confident. And also, I know one of you in chat is, like, actually into comics. I'm not referencing you. I'm not trying to say anything about, like, also, the fact that you have released a comic, good for you. I am not trying to comment on comic art as a whole. I'm saying that because I used to have a webcomic, which I will not be releasing publicly, or talking about. I bring this up because I started releasing my webcomic on the basis of a comic artist that I really looked up to, saying, you're never going to be ready, so you have to just start. So I started releasing my webcomic, and that is a piece of advice that you can get in any form of creativity. And it really applied to VTubing for me. Like I said, I was anxious. I was never gonna start. I felt like my model wasn't ready. My model wasn't ready, actually. I took the 11.5 hours to draw it, and I gave up 1/5 of the way through rigging. Not even. I gave up, like, 1/20th of the way through rigging. I didn't give up, but I took a break, and I don't know if I ever intended on getting back to it until, miraculously, I got a Live 2D commission and remembered, I can do this. So I finished it. And if I had never just jumped back into it because I had to, because I felt forced to, I would not have finished my model, and I wouldn't be debuting. But even more so, I would never have gotten to a point where I was ready to make my model if I hadn't been thrown into Twitter by accident. By complete accident. If I hadn't gotten into Twitter, I might not have had the confidence to reach out and take rigging lessons so that I could actually start my journey. Like, I always would say things like, yeah, I totally plan to eventually learn how to rig and to eventually have a model done, but I was taking so long that the only reason I debuted now in 2023 instead of 2028 or something is because in 2021, I think it was August of 2021, it was August of 2021, I made I maxed out the amount of tweets you can put in a thread. I was writing something that I was going to put in draft so I could keep it safe for myself. So I went to my friend and I was like, hey, how do you save a Twitter draft? And I misunderstood their direction and I accidentally posted all 25 of my thread. And I was so scared, I immediately deleted it all, and I sent them, I was like, I accidentally posted it, now I need to delete everything. So I ran, I hustled and I deleted everything. And then I made a post on Twitter, like, I don't know what I was thinking. I was just, like, so frazzled by the fact that I'd accidentally posted all 25. It was a very intimate, emotional, very personal thing that I posted. So I just, like, was so frazzled that I immediately went to Twitter and I posted, like, it was my first tweet ever. My first one that mattered or that stayed on my page. And I was like, I cannot believe I just accidentally tweeted 25 tweets at once. Like, I didn't mean to do that. So, 'cause I think I had, like, 2 followers. It was, like, my mom and someone else. So I tweeted, I was like, I'm so sorry if you saw that. That was an accident. Please ignore that. I can't believe I accidentally posted 25 tweets. And, then the friend that I went to for help found that tweet where I was talking about having accidentally tweeted it, and they were like, I found you! I don't know how they found me. I might have followed them, and then they found me through that, and they saw that I tweeted about having accidentally done it. I do not know. But then from that point on, I was like, I think I found a networking post, and then I got into tweeting regularly. And that's how I started actually, like, being public as a VTuber and talking to people, getting involved in the community. This is my origin story. Exactly. So I started actually reaching out and making connections, and now my Twitter is dead, because I just, like, I got really, really wrapped up in, debut preparations. I completely shut out everything, all of my social medias, stopped posting, stopped making progress, because I was just really, really busy with my getting ready for debut. It was a huge preparation process for me. If you knew me a few months ago, I was bringing my laptop around everywhere so I could work on a lore video that I never finished, but I had to debut anyway. I wasn't gonna let something small hold me back. Maybe I'll do a lore video later. But I can't let one thing that is really difficult for one person to do all by himself hold back my entire process of debuting. But I was always, like, at any point, if you'd spoken to me, I was in debut preparation hell. I would not stop trying. So at that point, I screwed myself over in the Twitter algorithm so much that I can't really use it anymore. Maybe every once in a while, I'll go back and I'll say something silly, but, like, right now, Twitter is not going to give me the most, like, the widest range of visibility, so it doesn't matter too much to me. But that's okay. That's totally chill. I'm literally chilling. I am most passionate about keeping up YouTube, and that's okay. And TikTok is already, like, TikTok is so much more positive for me than Twitter, because on, like, everyone, you know Twitter. Okay, yeah. Lore, what's your question? Yeah, I hate Twitter too. Yukon, I will not answer that question. Be quiet. For everyone else in chat, my day is amazing. But for Yukon, you don't get to know. I'm not gonna tell you. I'll explain about that in a minute. But yeah, Twitter is really terrible. Really, really bad. Not helpful. Like, it's helpful at first when you reach out and make connections, but after that, like, honestly, just go to TikTok. Start releasing content, share about yourself, connect with others, use hashtags to your advantage. That's what helped me. Like, I got a really strong core base of people to look up to and to speak with on Twitter, but it doesn't hold any water when the second you disappear, everyone forgets about you. And obviously, that's gonna happen on any social media, but if the algorithm hates you that much for going away for a little bit, no shade to YouTube, because YouTube is still my main platform. I know they do that a little bit, but I'm gonna try really hard to not let that happen. But, like, Twitter's algorithm for that was so bad. And I really can't utilize Twitter anymore. So I'm focusing on TikTok. That's where I meet the most, like, that's where my biggest support system is. That's where the algorithm is, first of all, in your favor if you use tags correctly. TikTok, the algorithm has gotten so much worse over the years, but at least it's, like, functional. And also Twitter's just in flames anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, Aura, I really recommend TikTok. It's helpful for getting visibility and meeting more people in the community that you want, and they like actually care about content because it's a video platform, so people are like putting in the effort and stuff. And it's been a much more positive experience because, like, on TikTok, if you use tags properly, you can get so much more visibility. You'll see people who are more passionate about it, and people are willing to reach out and, like, comment on your content and, like, get to know you. People actually care on TikTok. It's awesome. So that's something I'm really passionate about. I'm okay with giving up Twitter. I don't know if I'll, like, consider it done, but... Oops. But I'm not too worried about Twitter not working out for me anymore. That's alright. Because TikTok, I know my homies on TikTok got me. My homies on TikTok are so sweet and so supportive. So that's okay. I'll be chilling. Oh, these glasses are golden. I have my, okay, yeah. I'm going to use the golden color. I think I'm going to... I'm going to finish the glasses right now, because that's really easy. Glasses are really easy. 35% visibility. Okay, yes, TikTok is terrible. It's a fire pit. It's going up in flames right now. But in terms of like my experience networking as a VTuber, TikTok is a lot better for me than Twitter. And Twitter is like seen, I think, as the more professional one. Like regardless, you're not going to get your stuff off the ground from TikTok or Twitter. You need to have a stronger base in either Twitch or YouTube, whichever one you're going to stream on. You need to have the most activity there. But if you're looking to get into the community of other people who are passionate about it and want to talk about it and want to reach out, TikTok it's just easier to use for me. Middle school brain yes. Yes, do it. Always focus on your middle school brainchild. Make that middle schooler in you happy. The middle schooler in you deserves to see their dreams come true. Okay. Okay, getting back to Yukon, being a little poo-poo head on my stream. I'm just kidding. You're my favorite. I love you, Yukon. You're my little guy. But, for context, Yukon and I met because we were playing, Among Us proximity chat. In a Discord server for meeting randoms in Among Us proximity chat. And I was the imposter, and I hadn't done anything yet. I hadn't killed, I hadn't even vented. I literally had not done a single sus thing yet. And out of nowhere, Yukon just goes, "How's your day?" Like in a discussion room, Yukon just goes, "How was your day?" And I said, "I don't know, I don't remember, like I just woke up." And then he goes, what did he say? He said, "That's sus. Imposters don't," or, like... Yukon, you can help retell the story if you remember it better than me. But it was something along the lines of, imposters don't have good days or bad days, whatever I said. And everyone voted me out. There was no evidence. I literally had not done anything yet, and everyone voted me out because Yukon said, yeah, imposters only have good days. I will never get over that. I can't believe he won the round by guessing. He guessed and then made everyone turn against me. That was so disrespectful of you, Yukon. You're lucky you're my favorite. Oh yeah, I was not happy about that. Then for the next, it was so funny. It was Honestly, it's a very cute, like, friendship story. It's very cute. I ended up going out of my way looking for him in the proximity the proximity channels. Like every night around the same time, I would go looking, and we met because we would usually play during the same hours of night or morning, either way. And I would search if I wasn't in a game, I would search for if Yukon was in any games, and then I would camp until the lobby had an open space, and I would join just so that in our next game I could turn everyone against Yukon, and I held a grudge for a very long time about that. I don't remember why, but we usually always got the lobby to change over to Among Us Hide and Seek instead of just Among Us. Like, every time we played together, we would change the lobby to Hide and Seek, and then I would make it my rule that if I was the Seeker, I would spare the life of anyone who could bring me to Yukon. And then eventually I invited him to a lot of my personal servers, and now we have like a stream series going on that's gonna start Wednesday. Like, we're good friends. Okay, maybe he was right, but I didn't give any signs of being an imposter. I didn't vent, I didn't kill anyone yet. I was literally just walking around and the button got pushed for no reason. And he just goes, "So, how was your day?" I can't believe you would bring that wretched question to my debut after party. The disrespect. I'm sure you were just curious. What the freak? I don't usually draw with thick lines, so this is very disorienting for me, but I think it's going to fit the vibe that I was going for by trying out a new style, which is also very intimidating for me, because this is my first drawing stream post-debut, which is not for educational purposes. Like, my first one, the first solo stream I did, was for educational purposes, so I was using the most professional style I could come up with, and now I'm drawing chibi, which I really don't do. So it's a little intimidating, but I think the vibe is going well so far. Also, the stream delay, I can't tell how much better or worse it is than, like, on YouTube. When I did some test streams for, like, 1:30 before I debuted a couple days ago, and the stream delay was atrocious. So I wonder, like, comparatively, I think it was better this time. I'm not sure, though. Drawing is difficult. It is a struggle. Like I said before, like, I started to hate drawing. I burnt myself out really bad 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago. I really badly burnt myself out. And that was my fault. I did that to myself. And now I hate drawing, but it's something that I do. And I think that's a good thing for me. I appreciate it. It's a good thing. I just think it's important to me that I keep drawing. Drawing is a really important thing to me. For my whole life, it's been very meaningful. So, I'm not ready to give it up just because I burnt myself out really bad 3 years ago, and it's still not better, because I never gave myself the break that I needed. But that's okay. Twitch delay is less than YouTube. That's good to know. Unfortunate, because now I'm switching to YouTube permanently, but, I don't know. Right now, we chillin', and I'm glad that the delay is less because this gives me a better opportunity to actually interact with chat. Also, yes, I will play Zomboid again. I'm not sure how that will work for streaming, because of some recent boundaries I've added to just my personal streaming habits. I gave myself some boundaries to make myself more comfortable separating my personal and, like, public life. So I'm not sure how easy it'll be to, like, stream if that's what you wanted, but in terms of playing privately, I would be more than happy to continue playing privately. But time has been really difficult, especially because, like, right around the time that we started playing Zomboid was also right around the time I entered debut preparation hell, and I was literally, if you ever saw me, I was always working on debut prep. I stopped being able to play games or do other things, and I don't regret it. It sounds bad, but I really don't regret it. It's a special part of my life, but I also am really sorry that I wasn't able to play as much with you. I would love to continue playing Zomboid. It's very fun. I'm not sure if that was any of the question you were asking, but I will be playing Zomboid again in the future. Slay! I think I'm almost done with the line art. I'm gonna have to zoom out to see if I missed anything. Am I right side up? Yeah, okay. Okay. I got all the hard parts, that's what matters. Now I get the tiny me in the middle. Present me, the me that you're looking at right now. I can't wait to add the bells back to my design. Like, I can't hold on to one design for my life. Like, the design is fine, but I need to keep updating my model, and the littlest things will change with it. Like, you might have noticed, or you probably wouldn't have noticed, but from my second to last model, or my second to last design compared to my latest design, the skirt is a very slightly different shade of pink. It's little things like that that just get lost in translation. And it looks better now. The colors work better together now. But little things like that will always change, and I want to add the bells back. I'm so sad that I forgot the bells. I'm interested to see what kind of life my new model will take, but I'm not ready for that yet, because I literally just got out of debut preparation hell, like, an hour ago. So I'm gonna need to take a long rest. Ignore the fact that I'm going to stream for 4 days straight. Ignore that. Ignore that. Maybe when I'm done with that. And then when I'm done with that, I've got a lot of things to catch up with in my IRL life, because there's a lot of personal needs I've been neglecting in order to finish this debut. But I'm here now. It's done. I've put in the effort, and it paid off, and I feel so much better. Okay. Glasses are done. Time for color. Slay. I know. Let's see. Don't worry, it's okay. This is really not an important stream. It's just like for fun. It's just to chat. There's nothing special going on right now. Literally just me attempting to be background noise. True. Okay. This is a lot going on with the color. I'm so scared to color, but that's okay. That's okay. Thank you for being supportive. I greatly appreciate it. Do I have the color of freckles noted anywhere? I didn't point it out for myself. That's okay. I'll color pick it from one of these refs, and it'll be slightly off, but that's okay. Okay. I'll start with 2020 me. Line art can be a pain. It is actually very frustrating, but that's okay. It's like I think it's one of the most rewarding parts to finish, because once you get into shading, like for my style personally, once I get into shading and rendering, it's stops being a linear process and becomes just like a continuation. So it's not as rewarding, but that's okay, because the line art was rewarding. The sketch makes sense to me in my head, but is going to be a lot harder to comprehend if you're joining right now. Which is based because I didn't sketch on stream. I had it prepared. So this might look confusing at first. I'm really hoping the color will clear it up. Cooking burns are a pain. Valid Yukon. Oops. I'm assaulting my mic. Yeah. Yeah, that's so fair. I like those messages right next to each other of enjoying line art the most and then wanting to throw something because of line art. That's fair, yeah. Line art is rewarding, but it can be frustrating. It really just depends on the artist. Yeah, when I was sketching this, I was like, oh no, it looks like 2020 me is strangling me now. But that's okay. I will live with that. I will live. It makes sense to me in my head with the way I drew it. Fartists, so true. I am a fartist. Oh, it's already 6:33. I've been drawing for 30 minutes. That's crazy. That's okay. I don't want this to be like a really strenuous piece of art. I think I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. There's a shading style I used for a drawing like back in 2020, and I want to try and replicate that shading style. It was very cute. I don't have a reference of it up right now though. Gonna have to very particularly color pick these for the hair. This is gonna be a struggle. I tried doing this whole gradient hair thing on my 2020 version, and it was really ugly, and it did not work well for rigging. So, that is gone now. Not my issue anymore. Thank you, Hika. I appreciate it. I'm trying my best. I'm just gonna color pick from my more clear models. I literally don't care anymore. I hate 2020 me, and I will go out of my way to erase the memory of 2020 me. The concept that I ever tried drawing myself with gradient hair is unbearable. That's so bad. I could totally change it for the sake of this drawing, but you know. Yeah, shout out to Artfight. So, the thing is, the website, like, I don't understand the inner workings of a website, and I know it's very expensive to keep up, so I don't personally say that I understand what's going on, but I can't imagine, like, it's just so popular, and it's not helped by the fact that it's, like, it's a time-based website, like, it's only meant to be used in July. So, there's so much concentrated use in July, which is very funny to me. It gets so slow, especially for the first few days of July. Like, I literally couldn't get on to upload any new characters until today. Like, early in the morning. Yeah, the gradient hair is a big no. Big no. Big no from present me. I'm sure past me was obsessed. Oh, I forgot my freckles. I have to have them noted. I'll take this color. Yeah, that'll work. I can't believe I had the audacity to hand draw all of them. No. 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 Oh yeah, I get that with the Wi-Fi. For me, my computer is is always clear to be like, your Wi-Fi's good, your computer's good, it's Artfight that's the problem. And I feel so bad because I can't imagine like a website run entirely by volunteers and having to deal with all this concentrated like input in July. But it's also a very sweet and cool concept to have Artfight. I just think that's awesome. So I have a lot of respect for the volunteers that put work into it. Okay, what am I on to now? Oh yeah, I need to do freckles on the hands. Fun fact, Princey has freckles because I, like, as Princey, the character, I refer to the character Princey as Princey. Of course, I myself am Princey, but it is, you know, my username. But, like, the character Princey has freckles because I, Princey, in real life have freckles. They're not as obvious as these, but I like them. Like, in the summer, my freckles come out more, and I really like when I can see them, so I wanted to put them on Princey, the character. Check Artfight when I'm done. Did you attack me? Oh my gosh, I will check Artfight as soon as I'm done. I'm so excited. I can't do any revenges or attacks like for the next like week and a half, but after that it is over. I know I already told you that, but I'm just so excited to like actually have time. I'm going to destroy those werewolves as a vampire personally. No, the pupils look creepy in the chibi style, so I'm not gonna do that. Oh my gosh, gnarly face scar gang as well. I did not include it in my model because I have the power to do that. And it, like, I'm not ashamed of my scar, but a lot of my other characters have scars because of mine in real life. So I didn't feel like I wanted to to put it on Princey. At least for the time being. It could be cool in the future. And the reason I refer to Princey as a character is because, like, an animated version of me and the part that I put online is not going to be the same as what you know of me in real life. So that's what makes the concept of Princey, even though Princey is me, a character. But I want it to be clear that VTubing is pretty much the most intimate form of content you can create. It allows you to be yourself in a way a lot of other kinds of content creation don't. So I'm not separating myself from Princey when I call myself Princey a character. It's just really dependent on your personal connection to what you put online. And I try to be pretty intimate with Princey online. Like, I'm not scared of sharing personal information. I definitely should be. And obviously, I'm safe. It's not like I do share very personal information. But, like, I really take to heart the idea that I can be myself more as Princey online than as Princey in real life, you know? I hope I can finish this before 8, because at 8 I will have to go. But I really do want to finish this. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna try to knock out some of the rendering as I go. Usually I do all the flat color and then render, but I'm gonna try to knock it all out as I go for this one, just because there's so much going on. Smaller airbrush. I do still have an hour 20 minutes. I'm just getting nervous because I'm getting distracted. I like talking a lot. Like I said at the beginning of stream, I literally don't shut up. I will start talking about something and then talk about it for hours. So, Why are there 2 folder 4s? Did I accidentally copy one instead of just making another? Whoopsie. 2020. Okay, there we go. Now, on to 2021. I'll start with 21 part 2. That is so cool. None of the reference interferes with drawing, so I can keep it. Okay, that's really cool. Good job. Good job, me. Oops. Oh, the moron pointing to me. You are not a bad friend. I did that because I thought it was a hilarious way of filling the empty space that was meant to have chat, but I'm a moron. I couldn't put chat in. I tried so hard. I followed Allie's advice. I couldn't put chat in. I've tried so hard, and I will try again in the future, but you are not a bad friend. I personally... I needed to do something goofy. I needed to make it funny so that it was not boring to look above my head. Oh, and thank you very much for complimenting my ear twitches. I am so proud of them. I am very fond of the ear twitches. I remember even back in like 2020 when I was starting my first ever model, and I would like reference other VTubers who were more experienced than me. Every time I would look at it like an animal model, I knew I wanted my ear twitching to be more realistic, like as realistic as possible. Granted, it's Catboy, but, and I will get into the Catboy part of my lore later when I have time, but I didn't want it to go down when I blinked, and it looks really cool on most models if your ears go down when you blink, but for my model it wasn't gonna work. Like, it wouldn't have looked as realistic as I wanted it to. I wanted it to go off at random, so that was something I put a lot of attention to. Thank you, Jack of Hearts. Thank you. I don't know how I managed to mess it up that bad. I literally couldn't get chat on. It was so sad. I am a realistic Catboy. Thank you. I wasn't born magically. I was made in a lab. The lore takes care of everything, I swear. I'm just not ready to share the lore yet. I'm not there yet. My hair was much darker as of 2021. I didn't realize how different the brown color was. I'll have to pay closer attention to that now. Gosh, what am I missing? Oh, there we go. Thank you. That was much more work than it needed to be. Thank you, Fire Alpaca. Oh yeah, the human ears. I will never, I vow on my life, no human ears. That would not make sense. Oh no, I am so tired of people who make mistakes when drawing cat people and give them 4 ears. It's funny sometimes, but a lot of the time it's very disconcerting. Also, yes, face scar as part of like an integral part of your life in jokes, like based. I frequently make jokes about my scars. So for those of you who don't know, I crashed really bad into a tree on a bike, and I'm not gonna get into it because I would, like, explaining it would probably be really triggering for a lot of people, but, it left me with a scar on my eyelid, really, like, big, encompassing most of my eyelid to the point where you can't really even see it because it's just all my eyelid. And every time now I make jokes about something getting hit, I'm like me with that tree. And it's really funny. Every time making a joke about my own scar is always gonna be funny. It's literally never not gonna be funny. Yes, play Calico again. It is so worth it. It is so worth it. I hope I'm not overpowering the music. I was having a really hard time getting a good read when I tested the audio earlier. But I hope you can hear the music because it's really good. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, no Catboy should have human ears. I'm so glad my makers paid close attention to that. I hate all the little details on my 2022 Part 2 version. Why did I do that? Like, the intention of me making it was to make it achievable via cosplay so I could remake the clothes and wear them in real life. Why did I do that to myself? Like, you can't tell from the drawing. All of those little dots at the bottom are meant to be embroidered flowers, which I can do. They're very fun to do, actually. But why did I do that to myself? Because it will be time-consuming. If I ever get to this in real life, it will be time-consuming. Anything I'm missing? Nope. That tree never anyone hit it! Yeah, that's usually what I say about it. I'm like, you should see the other guy. I think I'm so funny! I think I'm so funny! I really think I'm that funny. I am that guy. Oh, I took it from under the blush. You know, I'm leaving it. I just don't care. I just do not care. It's gonna look good anyway. I do not care. I'm leaving it. Yeah, the gold embroidered flowers would be cute. And it would be fun. Like, I personally enjoy embroidering those little flowers where you, like, for the ones that I do, it's really simple and easy to do. You just go under and over threads in a star. And, like that would make sense if you know embroidering. I'm sorry if you don't. I'm so sorry if you don't understand that. But it's really fun and would look so adorable. But I can't believe I tried to make myself do this. I will simply not do it. At least not for a couple years. That's really dark blush. I did not mean that. Last but not least, I gave myself gloves in this adaptation. Very dapper. Oh, embroidery is, decorative sewing. Yeah, it is fun. It is fun, you're right. It's a decorative form of sewing. Using, I think, thicker thread in most cases. And you can make designs and, like, create whole images with it. It's very sweet. Okay, on to 2022 part 1. This is, or 2021. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to need to actually label these folders right now. There we go, all labeled. Embroidery floss, good to know. Bloons Tower Defense 6. I really want to play Bloons, but I do not have the money for that right now. My paycheck comes in soon. I'll try it. I'll tell you what I think. And also, Pixelmon. I don't know enough about it, but I would definitely consider it. I'll look into that. I definitely will, because it looks like a lot of fun, but I don't know enough about it. I'll get back to you on that too. Yeah, embroidery, it's been a long time. I last did it in late 2021 when I was in fiber arts class, and that was like my favorite elective I ever took. Very, very epic. Very cool. I want to go back. I want to go back to fiber arts class 2021. It was only one semester. I miss it. Yeah, show me Pixelmon. Show me. I would love to take a look. I'd love to learn about it. Inform me. I definitely messed up the coloring on 2020's hair, but I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna pretend I do not see it. You guys are learning just how lazy of an artist I am. I promise this is not what it's like when I do live 2D stuff. With live 2D, you really absolutely cannot cut corners. But if I'm just drawing a silly little chibi, I'm going to be as lazy as I want. This is my celebration. I get to choose the laziness level. Also, it should be a crime that fancy me. I thought I couldn't be fancy with bells, so I took away my bells. I think I deserve them, and I should put them back. Also, for context, if I included both of the bells on 2021 Part 1, I would have accidentally hidden... Oops, I definitely messed up the hair. I would have accidentally hidden 2022. So, I'm going to imagine that the second bell is just behind the head. I know that probably won't make sense in terms of the drawing, but shh, don't worry about it. I'm making myself look like a really bad artist right now. I promise I'm not like this. Thank you, Hika. You're so cool. I hope you know your art inspires me. Actually, a lot of the people in this chat are also artists, and their art inspires me. You all better be very aware of the fact that this drawing is so much inspired by, like, all of you. Yeah, and also to be fair with comic art, like, if your art is too sophisticated, you genuinely have to cut corners, like, as an industry rule. When I used to do research into the comic industry, because I used to want to go into it, It ended up not being for me because it takes a whole lot of grit that I don't have. Like, the thing is, it's not my passion the way VTubing is. VTubing also takes a lot of grit, and I have the grit for it since it is my passion, but comics just weren't gonna work for me in the long run. Which is why I have so much respect for you for that, honestly. But, like, you seriously need to have a certain type of grit to do comics, and if you have that grit, there are a lot of things you need to let go of in terms of polish. Like, you just need to have a certain level of corner cutting at that point, or else it's not going to work out for you. So, I applaud you. I applaud you for making it work, dude. That's awesome. I hope that didn't sound like a backhanded compliment. I'm not saying comic art should be lazy. I'm saying you're doing it right. I'm not saying you're being lazy right. I'm saying you're being awesome right. Yeah, being a perfectionist, it'll always drive you insane with all of your passions. No matter what you do, comics will drive you insane. It's a struggle. You have connections in professional comics? Hello? You just know everything. I trust you with my whole being. Literally, you know everything. I swear, every time there's something that I don't understand, immediately you know what's going on with it. Sorry if I'm humming out of tune with the song. I don't have my headphones on at the moment. I took them off to give my ears a rest. I'll get back to it soon, but I'm very silly. Oh, that's what that was. There we go. I know what I'm doing. One of the things I don't like about the older versions is how short my hair was. Like, my neck looks so cold. In 2022, it's pretty good. This one, I like the back hair here, and it also looks really cool. But look how cold my neck is, and how boring. There's no hair. That's so gross. I really like the addition of longer hair in the back. Even though, like, the longer hair in the back, I think the reason I didn't include it initially was dysphoria, but I'm feeling a lot better about the longer hair in the back. It looks cute. It's pretty awesome. I think I am killing it. Okay. Almost done coloring all of the little princes, and then I can shade them. And the background will be really simple, but really cute. I know exactly what I'm doing. I've had this planned for a very long time, and by a very long time, I mean since like 8 a.m. this morning, and that's a long time to my silly little ADHD brain. Alright, have a good dinner. Thank you so much for stopping by. What's good? What's good? Oh, did I? Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't see that. Like I said, silly little ADHD brain, not seeing anything right now. Oh, I'm far too distracted. Someone I dream of collabing with would probably be... Oh, I don't want to be cringe, but I would definitely say something cringe. There's a lot of people in this community that I look up to a lot, and I know it's not a good idea to answer someone that I look up to. That's a really good question and also a very difficult one to answer. I need to think about that. That is such a good question, because I know it's not a good idea to try and collab with someone I look up to. I'm thinking. I am pondering. I'm literally pondering. Out of people I look up to, probably anyone from Niji Sanji English. Just because their sense of humor is so funny, they would make it really easygoing. Not like I would let them carry the stream, but I just mean like they have the best personality, sense of humor. They're so funny, and I really look up to their content creation. So, out of respect, someone from Niji En, but I do not know. Out of Niji En. Yeah, Niji people are so funny. I don't know what it is about people in Niji. They just have the best sense of humor. I don't know if I would ever be interested. I think I have like publicly said on Twitter that I was like disgusted by the concept of a VTuber company and that I would never audition for one to preserve my individuality. But I don't know. I don't know if I ever would, what the best opportunity is for me, what I should be looking forward to. I don't know what's a good or bad idea. But also, out of people I would love to see as an equal, probably similarly, any corporate VTuber. I think it would be really cool to either be in a generation, like the one thing that I do really like about companies is that you get a wave, and they're your coworkers, and there's not like they're your family, because that's creepy and weird, but it's like you get to know them really well, they become your friends, and you can collab with them. Like, I just think that's really, really sweet and fun, and I know it's not all fun and games behind the scenes, but as a viewer, it looks like a really nice environment. Both professionally, like if you can manage your professionalism, but also, in terms of, like, seeing people as an equal, it feels like a really comforting space to be passionate and to have a personality and to be funny and playful. Those are just cool questions. Those are just good questions, dude. I never thought about that. That's a good thing to think about. I'm definitely thinking a lot about collabs for like the rest of 2023. I really do want to get more into the collab scene. I want to meet people. It's a really good question, though, to think about. Skull emoji! I totally forgot you can't do emojis on Twitch. If that's the case, I forgot. I feel like kind of rude, but I also get Twitch emotes. It's a whole thing. Almost done. I'm almost done. Oh, flat color. With flat color. I'm almost done with flat color. But that's okay. Maybe shading won't take super, super long. I'm speed running my drawing right now. Is that what you guys want to see? You want me to speed run? Oh, yes, I'm really excited to look back and look at the chat replay because I didn't get to see anything from debut. It was kind of sad, but I was also my head was racing. It was like huge. It was a lot. But thank you very much for that. I would really love to speak with you more about music and getting help with music. I would love that. Thank you very much. That's a very generous offer of you. I know I've already said that I really want to talk with you more about music theory and like in general getting to know music better. Um yes, I would really love to reach out more. Of course, again with like debut stuff getting in the way, it's been so hard. But from here on it should be a little bit easier and I would love to talk more about music theory. Thank you. Thank you very much. mm. There we go. Okay, awesome. All done with flat color. I'm going to try to keep the shading really simple. I really don't want to overcomplicate it. What color shall I shade with? Dark red is very me core. Yeah, I'm gonna shade with dark red. I love how okay, I really love your passion for music theory. Makes me so happy. I love when you type about it and when you share about it. It makes me so happy because I don't get to see that anywhere else. I don't get to indulge in music anymore since I quit choir. Like, I want to get into it more. I want to know everything. So it makes me really happy when I get to read up on your stuff. I know I don't respond a lot. It's been very difficult to respond and talk, but reading it makes me happy. I hope you know that reading the stuff that you say about music makes me very happy. There's some things that are going to be darker than the color I'm shading with, so I think I will leave the darker bits unshaded. Yeah, I don't feel like going in with a darker color. I really don't. I don't want to overcomplicate it. I want it to be playful and happy and not a nuisance to draw. I feel like knowing how frustrating the art was to make for my art specifically. Like, this definitely doesn't apply to every artist, but in my art, when you can tell how frustrating it was for me to draw, sucks the life and love out of the artwork. So it's just a better idea for me to stick with something that'll make me happy to draw, and then you can tell I enjoyed it. Yes, I would love to speak with another soon to debut. I would really love to speak with them. If you want to send them my Discord handle or any of my other socials that they might be willing to reach out at, or yeah, just like let me know. I would love to talk with a soon to debut VTuber. That actually makes me really excited. I would never think that I don't say this to be silly. In the actual VTubing community, the concept of senpai exists and is very real. And I did not expect, now that I've debuted, I can be a senpai. That is so... yes, please. I would love to reach out. And also just making connections in the VTuber sphere makes me so happy. Makes me so silly inside. I promise my shading is usually much more difficult. Wait, hold on. No, thank you. I meant to say thank you. I don't mean to brush off your compliment, but I mean, this is what I'm doing to save myself the frustration. This is not, like, everything about the drawing you're looking at right now is a diversion of my usual style, and I'm trying to make it a lot easier for myself because it was honestly a very bad idea to try a new style as part of my debut Afterparty. That is a terrible idea, and I should not have done that. If I'm going to experiment, it should not be during a very stressful day. But, you know, I'm conquering things right now. and to balance it out, this is a very simple shading style right now. I'm not paying attention to light source. I'm pretending light source doesn't exist. I think part of drawing and making it look easier and enjoying it more is occasionally letting yourself forget about needing art to be perfect. And that's impossible for some people, and that's okay. But for me, right now, I need to allow myself to not have to be perfect. If I'm going to be trying new things on stream, I mean, I would rather just have fun and make sure the drawing looks like I enjoyed making it and looks like it was meant to be happy and fun. I hope this is good advice. I'm not trying to, like, school you or give advice, but I hope I'm not, like, speaking nonsense, you know? Exactly. Get it done, not perfect. That's such a... I'm living by that now. I'm stealing that as a motto. That's my motto now. So true, so true. Yeah, it's really hard. I know from experience. I'm not a perfectionist anymore, but I know from experience in the past, being a perfectionist makes it really hard to enjoy art in certain ways. It makes it very hard to move forward and progress. I know the struggle. Like, I know that it's a very real, very difficult struggle to have. It's something that has to be overcome. It's difficult. It's not fun. But it's part of moving forward. It's part of finding enjoyment in your work. And it really depends on the kind of person that you find yourself when you're drawing. It's not about being good or bad. It's not about perfectionism being bad. It's about learning where you personally draw boundaries for your artwork. I think that's all I can shade if I'm staying this simple. So the little thing that I wanted to do that was going to be super silly is that, like, I did this back in 2020 and it ended up having a really cute effect on the art, is drawing little tiny sparkles in the shadows. Really cute. Look, that is so cute. I'm gonna keep it simple though. I'm not gonna do this to every single little shadow. Because the whole point of this is to this style of shading I developed as a coping mechanism, like to be a cute, kind release in vent artwork. I thought it would be really nice to give yourself that kind of space. And just like shade in a cute way that doesn't have to make sense. Like, the sparkles don't have to be an indication of light. It can just be a cute way to make your shadow look more interesting. So that's what I'm doing right now. Take that, the former perfectionist in me. I like it. I'm doing it because I like it, and that's the only reason I need to have. I think that's how I overcame my perfectionism. Literally just being like, take that, inner perfectionist. This is what I want to do, and it's what I will be doing now. There's not a ton of places I can do it, though. Like, I only want to do it on the really thickly laid shadows. It's not a ton of places, but that's okay. Spite-powered art is so real. I'm so sorry. Maybe you should do your forensics artwork, but, like, if you're feeling inspired, don't let the moment pass, you know? You know, of course, do a little bit of homework first, but take breaks. If you want to draw via, if you want to take breaks via drawing, try that. I've done that before. It's nice, especially when you're feeling inspired. Sometimes you can't let the moment pass. I also read it as sprite-powered art at first, and I was like, real, because a lot of you guys don't know, but if you, like, went to school with me last year, you knew I brought in a McDonald's large Sprite every morning. I swear Sprite ran through my veins instead of blood. because the whole coffee runs through my veins. It was Sprite. It was always Sprite for me. That was my silly morning drink. And it was very inconvenient because it was very sticky. On the one morning, I spilled it and it landed over every single possession in my school bag. That's the price I pay for being Sprite powered. Okay, I think I got every thickly laid shadow that I can. Let's see what that looks like with color. That is a W. That is a whole W. That's a win. This is it. This is it. I'm keeping it. And now I will turn on the glasses. I'm keeping it. It's perfect. Okay, I'm going to add a very simple background right now. I don't want it to be crazy, but I need to get a good pink, like one that won't clash with the rest of everything that's going on. And I will upload this drawing to YouTube and probably Twitter later, so don't worry about missing it. Yes, Dr. Pepper! Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys like it. What I'm going to do for my background is something that I stole from someone I saw online a very long time ago, where I thickly outline it in white. Not that thick. How about this? That's good. And that as how that excuse me. And that I was trying to be so cool and I stuttered. And that is how you make shading not a pain. You have to find something that makes you cute and happy inside. For me, it was sparkles. A little shading technique I tried out on a whim in 2020. And also, the art of imperfect art is really important. For this one, part of the draw of it is that I wanted thick lines because that makes your drawing look more perfect, and that would fit the cutesy chibi vibe I wanted. But there are some points, like in the shading, where you have to let it go and let it be its own thing, you know? And let it be its own thing, you know? Like, you gotta let it go sometimes for the purpose of allowing yourself to enjoy what you're doing. And that in itself makes it look more polished. Like, this shading looks nice because it fits with the kind of chill take of what's happening in this drawing. But yeah, I think I am done here. I don't need to go much crazier than that. Yeah, okay. I'll consider that done. Thank you so much to everyone who watched this. Thank you. I really appreciate you being here. And I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. And thank you for talking with me. That was a very fun chat. I'll upload this VOD to YouTube later so that it doesn't get lost to the recesses of time. But, I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed it. I'm so glad we could draw together and celebrate my debut. Thank you so much for coming to my debut and or debut after party. Either one, thank you so much. It means the world to me. So, that's all I really have for you today. Thank you for celebrating with me. It means a lot. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Goodbye. Hold on. I got this. Goodbye.